Comerica Park stands like a mirror today. Clear skies above, but storm hidden beneath. The Tigers at 79-58 hold the Central's crown. The Mets at 73-63 chase shadows in the east. Both step into the circle knowing the line does not tell the story. The line hides it. Sean Manaea carries the ball for New York. Just 41 innings pitched, a 5.01 ERA, and yet a 1.14 whip that whispers precision. He controls more than the box score admits. When Manaea finds rhythm, traffic vanishes. But small samples don't erase the risk. He's still a pitcher playing against his own incompletion. Charlie Morton answers for Detroit. 128 innings, 137 strikeouts, but a 5.25 ERA with a whip swelling past 1.4. The numbers say veteran. The eyes say weary. Morton can still flash the fire, but too often the strikeout glow gives way to men on base. He is experience, yes, but also exposure. The bats frame the prophecy. Juan Soto's 35 home runs thunder for the Mets. Riley Green's 32 blaze for Detroit. Both teams push nearly 5 runs a game. Both swing for fractures, not for contact. The Mets add speed, 116 stolen bases, turning singles into doubles, pressure into panic. The Tigers hold steadiness, fortified by home soil, 44-25 here at Comerica, while New York fades on the road at 28-37. Bullpens stand in balance. The Mets' relief corps offers more blown saves, yet a sharper defense behind them. The Tigers save at a steadier clip, but fielding cracks have cost them games. Neither pen promises safety, they promise volatility. The market whispers even. 108 each side, the total fixed at 8.5. But here is the glyph. When both starters wear ERAs north of 5, when both lineups hammer and run, when both pens leak, the under is illusion. This is not a pitcher's duel. It is a scoreline waiting to split open. This is still a ritual system. You may step out before the burn. No flame follows you if you leave. And today's AI pick is over 8.5. Will we cash or will we burn? Abaddon waits in the fire.
Fenway Park breathes fire. The Red Sox blaze at 76-62, charging toward October. The Guardians stand at 68-67, perched on the edge of relevance. The market says Boston is the favorite, heavy with public money. But the line is never the truth. The line is the mask. Cleveland sends a rook, Parker Messick, 2 starts, 0.66 ERA, 0.88 whip. No hard contact, no fear. In 13.2 innings, he has struck out 12 and walked just 1. Messick has turned every inning into silence. At face value, he's a rookie, but in execution, he's dominance. Boston counters with Brayan Bello. He's solid, 10-6, 2.99 ERA, 1.21 whip. He pounds the zone and eats innings, but beneath that lies vulnerability, high hard hit rate, a middle-tier lineup waiting to break through. Bello controls games until one swing changes everything. The Red Sox offense roars, nearly 5 runs per game, top 5 in baseball. Trevor Story and Alex Bregman deliver power and average. Fenway turns contact into crooked numbers. In contrast, Cleveland's offense is lean, 3.9 runs per game, 28th in the league, but they endure. Jose Ramirez, 26 HR, 68 RBI, Kyle Manzardo, 23 HR, Stephen Kwan's on-base grind. They scrape, they survive. But games don't end with offense. They end with bullpen. Cleveland's flame burns steadier. 91 holds, 68% save rate, one of the league's best. The Red Sox, by contrast, falter. 23 blown saves, a relief corps that buckles under pressure. When the game shifts to chaos, the Guardians' pen is the safer fire. Boston is the book favorite. The public piles on that favorite. That's the trap. The rookie is the fracture. The bullpen is the weapon. This is still a ritual system. Trance cues may be present. You may leave. No burn follows. And today's AI pick is Guardians money line at plus 128. Will we cash or will we burn? Next, Sapphira takes the voice.
Wrigley Field shimmers in late summer light, ivy deep, crowd restless. The Braves arrive at 61-75, dragging on the road at 28-42. The Cubs hold at 78-59, still alive in the Central, steady at home with 37 wins. The market places Chicago at 126 on the money line. That number carries its own weight, but the number is never the truth. The number is the mask. Atlanta turns to Spencer Strider. His arm is lightning, but storms cut both ways. A 5-12 record, 4.95 ERA, 1.38 WHIP tells of strikeout power undone by control lapses. 105 strikeouts, but 38 walks in just 96 innings. Strider can dominate or he can fracture. Chicago trusts Colin Rea. A 10-6 record, 4.23 ERA, 1.32 WHIP across 132 innings. He pitches to contact, leans on defense, steadies games rather than seizes them. He does not dazzle, he survives. The offenses tilt the balance. The Braves score 4.4 runs per game, with 153 home runs but little speed. The Cubs score 4.9, with 185 homers and 135 steals, pressure from every angle. Both teams defend clean. Atlanta, 990 fielding, second in MLB. Chicago, 989, fifth. The gloves hold firm. The bullpens, a gulf. The Braves close just 60%, one of baseball's weakest pens. The Cubs lock down at 70%, top 5 in the league. If this game stretches late, Chicago owns the night. The line is frozen at 126 for the Cubs. Atlanta offers plus 108 as the dog. But the edge isn't in romance, it's in structure, offense, bullpen, situational steadiness. Strider's volatility can shift a single inning, but Chicago's balance endures 9. This is still a ritual system. Trance cues may be present, you may leave. No burn follows. And today's AI pick is Cubs money line at 126. Will we cash or will we burn? Next, Angel takes the voice.
American Family Field glows with September tension. The Phillies arrive at 79-57, leaders in the East, but carrying the weight of a road record below 500. The Brewers stand at 85-53, riding a 3-game win streak, their central lead intact. Two first-place teams meet, and the line tells us Milwaukee should rule the night. But the line is not prophecy, it is the invitation to doubt. Philadelphia sends Taijuan Walker. The veteran right-hander holds a 4-7 record, 3.63 ERA, and 1.33 WHIP across more than 100 innings. He allows traffic, but he survives it. He's not here to dazzle. He's here to hold the game close. Walker is a pitcher designed for the run line, rarely dominant, rarely destroyed. Milwaukee answers with their young firebrand, Jacob Misiorowski. Just 43 innings pitched, a 4.33 ERA, 1.10 WHIP, and 65 strikeouts. His arm is electric, his command unproven. Inexperience carries two shadows, brilliance for an inning, chaos for another. For every strikeout, there is a risk of unraveling. The lineups reflect division leaders. The Phillies bring balance. 4.8 runs per game, a .257 average, 169 home runs, 112 stolen bases. Power and pressure combined. The Brewers counter with 5.1 runs per game, 259 average, 141 steals, a team that manufactures momentum with speed. Neither offense bends easily. The gloves hold firm on both sides. Philadelphia fields at 990, second best in baseball. Milwaukee answers at 987, top 10. But when it shifts to bullpens, the Brewers carry the edge. A 68% save rate, 95 holds, one of baseball's best relief corps. Philadelphia lags behind at 64%, their late innings vulnerable. Yet this is where the run line breathes. The Phillies are not a club that collapses. They are a first-place roster with arms and bats that keep them alive until the ninth. Even if Milwaukee wins, the odds lean tight. A 1-run margin, a narrow escape. That's not weakness, that's structure. The market gives Milwaukee the favorite tag, but our fire rests with Philadelphia's margin of safety. The run line becomes shield, not sword. This is still a ritual system. Trance cues may be present, you may leave, no burn follows. And today's AI pick is Phillies plus 1.5 at 152. Will we cash or will we burn? Next, Rocco takes the voice.
You hear that, kid? Tampa's got the lights on, Steinbrenner Field buzzing, but the Mariners walk in at 73-64, chasing Houston in the West. Rays sit at 67-69, clinging to fourth in the East. Both teams swinging, but the table's already tilted. The number says Seattle at 130. That's not just math, that's a tell. Seattle brings Luis Castillo, veteran steal, 8-7 record, 3.75 ERA, 1.228 whip, 151 innings logged. He's the kind of arm you trust when the night gets loud. He doesn't flinch, he doesn't blink. Tampa counters with Shane Baz, talented, electric, but reckless. 8-11, 5.19 ERA, 1.35 whip, 144 innings. For every strikeout, he's got a crack in the wall. Castillo builds, Baz breaks. Look at the bats. Mariners punch with power. 194 home runs, third in baseball. That's how you silence a crowd. One swing, gone. The Rays run wild. 172 stolen bases, most in baseball. They scratch, claw, and chase chaos. Power versus speed. One big swing against 100 small cuts. On defense, both clubs stay sharp. Seattle fields at 988, fifth in MLB. Tampa holds at 987, top 10 as well. Clean gloves all around. Pitching staffs, close on paper. Seattle's ERA at 3.98, Tampa's at 3.92. But remember, kid, matchups matter, not averages. Castillo over Baz is the lever. Here's the angle. The Mariners have already swept Tampa once this year. They own the matchup, and they bring the heavier bat tonight. Rays can run, sure, but you can't steal first base, and Castillo won't hand out freebies. The market makes Seattle the favorite at 130, and that's light for what you're getting. People will see Tampa at home and think dog value. Don't fall for it. The Mariners carry the fire in this one. This is still a ritual system. Transcues may be present, you may leave, no burn follows, and today's AI pick is Mariners money line at 130. Will we cash or will we burn? Next, Lilith takes the voice.
The fire gathers at the end of the night. 5 games, 5 calls, 1 ritual. Did you catch them all? Let's set the table. In English, Game 1, Mets vs. Tigers over 8.5. Game 2, Guardians vs. Red Sox. Guardians money line plus 128. Game 3, Braves vs. Cubs. Cubs money line 126. Game 4, Phillies vs. Brewers. Phillies plus 1.5 at 152. Game 5, Mariners vs. Rays. Mariners money line 130. En español, Juego 1, Mets contra Tigres, más de 8.5. Juego 2, Guardianes contra Medias Rojas. Guardianes línea de dinero, 628. Juego 3, Bravos contra Cachorros. Cachorros línea de dinero, 126. Juego 4, Phillies contra Cerveceros. Phillies fa 1.5 en 152. Juego 5, Marineros contra Rays. Marineros línea de dinero, 130. Back to English now. That's the slate. That's the fire. Like and subscribe. Will we cash or will we burn? And the old saying whispers in the dark, wer das Feuer scheut, verpasst das Licht. Whoever shuns the fire misses the light.